Morning. It's really early. I'm flying to Bali today, but I've got to go to Da Nang Airport, and then I'm going to be flying to Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh, as you're supposed to call it. There's two names. And then to Bali, Denpasar. I'm now boarding the first flight. See you in Ho Chi Minh. I have just landed in Ho Chi Minh City. Now I've got to go to the other terminal to get on the international flight to Bali. I don't even know where this terminal is. I'm now walking to the international terminal to get this flight Bali. I should have plenty of time between these flights, so it's not too bad. So I checked in and I'm now boarded the flight to Bali. We're waiting to take off. Not far Bali now, it's just over there. I've landed in Bali. I'm now doing the longest walk possible, as I did before when we landed like 1 in the morning when we came from Laos 3 years ago. So I know this is a long walk. Then I've got to fill out the cards, then get there, so it could take a while. I walked into my room and my towels, it's an elephant. How cool is that? Morning, I'm in Canggu in Bali. I'm just walking around Canggu. I'm going to have a look at some of the places I went before. So, just to get an idea, things have changed around here in the last 3 years. I've made the beach. You wouldn't want to put your bare feet on the sand because it's volcanic, so it will be really hot, so you need to wear sandals on there. I walked along the beach. I went past the swimming pool I saw, which is in a bar 3 years ago. I'm sure it was bigger than that. So I've now got to where a lot of the stuff is. This lady, she makes all these bracelets. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. And look, they've got the shells, they've got bandanas here. Michael would be buying a load of them. Look at all them. They're better than the ones in Hoi An. But there's Tiger Eye. Yeah. Lava Stone. Yeah. So I bought one of the bracelets, a shell one. It's such lovely people and it wasn't that expensive. So I bought one. I'm just looking around here because when I was here before, I didn't really film that much. So I've now got loads of stuff I can film and I know where it is. So here are some temples, I think. And this step here, and I think it was over there, me, Greg and Morris sat there and the other boys watching them surf on my camera. I remember Morris saying to me, he wanted to see him surf, but he couldn't see him further enough. And I went, I can do it because my camera can go 2 kilometers. So I showed him on my camera and we were for half an hour just watching them surf. Look, the surf there. But I'm not using my really good camera because on my laptop, not being able to use it to edit. So I can't get that footage, so I might film and then I'll show people later at a later date. I've just walked down from down there, and it's the first time I think I've ever walked down there and not had someone shout to Greg about his hair, because he's not here. So it's just started raining, and I know in Bali the rain could get very heavy very quickly. It'll rain for an hour, then it will stop, and then you'll feel dry again. I remember that place. So I just found out where the hostel was. It's not a hostel anymore, it's like a guest house. And it's down here. It looks very similar. And I just spoke to the lady, and she said she remembered me and Greg. So it's there. So it's now a guest house, Yana guest house. It was Yana hostel. And it's just down there. When I was in Bali the first time, I wasn't able to go to the Gili Islands. Now I am, and I'm going to Gili Trawangan first. better known as Gilly T. I'm on a boat at the moment. I'll try to film on here. So this is where you see we're going to have to come off the top because it's raining heavy. So I'm on the boat. So the weather is so much better now. We've gone into more blue skies than, or cloudy blue. But over there, where we just come from, it's terrible. So I've made it to Gili, Taiwan, or Gili T, as I'm going to call it. Look at that. Sandy beaches. Sea a lot calmer than Bali. And the sea is crystal blue. Oh look, there's a fish. So as you see, they don't have taxis here or motorbikes, they're just bicycles and horse and cart. I'm on one going to my hotel now. I have rented a bike for this island, and look who has decided they need a seat in the bike. Look at him. He's in there. There he is. The sun has just set and I found a real nice restaurant, and Michael would love this. It's like a barbecue restaurant. You get like a buffet with it as well. It's not, the price isn't too bad either. So there, and there's the all salad buffet, soups all over there, and this is my food. Little bit romantic, me and Noddy having dinner together. Morning, there's a horse in the background. I've just taken the bike out and I'm going to try to go around the other side of the island. The weather's a little bit rougher today, so I wasn't able to go and have a look at the turtles yet. Further up, I have seen someone trying to surf it, but the wave doesn't look very big to me. I wouldn't think I'd bother. And the waves here seem to break a long way out and don't break in the land at all. Just look at this. Through hills and trees up there. That's where all the dirt tracks are. Down here it is path around. And then that's what I've shown you. And in the far distance, that's Lombok. How stunning is that? This place is like paradise. So that sign is telling me what direction all these places are in. This must be the most northerly or easterly point south. So there's some horse riders there. It's raining at the moment, but I have got a rain jacket. I don't feel too wet at the moment. Look how clear that ocean is. If I went close to it, I would guarantee I would see fish. And then around here, you see Lombok over there. So the rain has got a little bit heavier, so I've just stopped underneath a tree. I'm just going to wait until it calms down a bit, if it comes down. Because the cloud does look quite black in the distance. And then, in the background, is the ocean. Round here, that's all the dirt tracks, and then I've got a path around most of the island. I'm on the other side. I'm in the part where the sunset, you can see the sunset point, but there's no way you're going to see a sunset tonight while the weather is like this. It's still raining, so I'm going to tell you some facts about this island. So the island is divided up to different points. So you've got, round here is Sunset Point, you've got Surf Point, and the other one I know is Turtle Point. So it's all in the name. So Sunset Point is where you watch the sunset, Surf is where you can surf, and Turtle Point is where you can see turtles. But they don't really come on the beach because of the tourists. So if you just go in the sea, get a snorkel, they're there, like a metre away from the beach. But I wanted to go and see them today, but the sea's a bit too rough to do it. I'm not going to risk it, it's too dangerous to do that. So hopefully tomorrow I can go and see the turtles. So I'm going on the bike ride around the island today instead of seeing turtles, which is a bit gutting. as you see, I'm right on the other side of the island now. You can't see any of the islands in the background. And look at this, there's no one around. And then the music in the background. Sandy beaches. Clive could stand here, catch a fish, but he'd probably end up catching a turtle, because there's all turtles in this water, so I wouldn't recommend fishing here. But this is where they all are. There'd be turtles like right there. So just look how clear that water is. I can't see turtles right near me. And how sandy this is. Oh, there's a horse coming my way. It's great to finally get a chance to go to the Gili Islands, but to be fair, the 7 people who I wish were here with me, Izzy, Greg, Jim, Maggie, Tom, Morris and Arthur, who came 3 years ago, they're not on this trip. So I really wish they were here. It would have been even more better and they would have loved it. So I've made it to the other side of the island. I was about 7.5 kilometres. This part I need to walk with a bike because it's like a sandy path. As you see, the other island is in the background. That's Menno. Wow, I achieved something. I managed to bike 7.5 kilometres, I think it's that distance, around the island. Mission accomplished. I was just biking along the front, and guess what I have just seen? Daniel's shop. Maybe he's here. I expect him to walk out and give us a 9 out of 10 for his shop, or 11.5 out of 10. I can't get rid of him. He's like Noddy, keeps coming back. As you see in the background, there's an Irish pub. This island, according to Wikipedia, I don't know if it's true, I think it's actually true, is the smallest island in the world that has an Irish pub. I don't know if I've mentioned it in this video before, but I thought I'd show you the evidence that really is an Irish pub. There is the pub. Or they say bar, but it's a pub.